so I actually just ended up buying both. Hello, my name is Josie. If you are new here, this is the little corner of the internet where we talk about art, sketching, watercolour, art supplies, and lots of fun things like that. Today I am very excited because I am currently packing all my sketching things for a trip to Europe. I'm from the UK, but I currently live in Sydney, Australia. So this trip is going home to see my family, and then we're going to be doing a few other little bits and bobs in between. It's a bit of a crazy trip, and there's a bit of luggage chaos going on in Europe at the moment. I want to, for the majority of the trip, just take carry-on luggage. So I've got to figure out how to pack all my clothes and everything else I normally need for a holiday, plus my sketching things, and keep it very small and compact. But especially with my sketching things, I also want to make that as minimal as possible because I want to be able to sketch regularly, but I don't want to make sketching this big ordeal that really interrupts the flow of my holiday. If you're planning a similar trip, then this might come in handy for you, especially if you want to try and pack your sketching things a little bit lighter. Probably the most important part of this whole sketching thing is the sketchbook, so that was the thing that I had to figure out first. I am a bit of a sketchbook addict, so I have a lot to choose from. So I actually posted a poll on my Instagram stories to ask whether I should bring a big sketchbook or a little sketchbook, and at the current time of recording, small is winning by literally just 2%, and I think I have to agree with the tiny little majority, and I'm gonna go small. These were the two that I had to choose from. So this is the Etcher Lab sketchbook that has Fabriano Artistico paper in it, and I do really like it, but there's just something about a little small sketchbook that, I don't know, I just love sketching in this little sketchbook. This is the A6 Etcher Lab sketchbook, the white cover one. But then I was thinking, do I want a portrait version of this small sketchbook, because they do come in a portrait and a landscape version, and I just couldn't decide, so I actually just ended up buying both. Just let me know what you think in the comments, whether you think I should do portrait or landscape, because I probably will see those comments before I start sketching on holiday. And then to hold the sketchbook and everything else is going to be my Etcher field case. I've done a whole video on this, so if you want to see that, click somewhere up here. It just is perfect for carrying basically everything you need, and it can even fit this sketchbook in it with everything else that I need, so I can literally just have this, put it in a bag that I'm taking, and that's it. That's all I need for my sketching for the day. And then let's see what we've got in this bag. So I'm going to be taking 3 fountain pens, the Twisby Eco Tea pen, which I've also just made a video on, and that's got my brown Diatramentis document ink in Urban Sienna. Then I've got 2 Lamy Safaris. This black one is filled with Noodler's Bulletproof ink in black. I put the black ink in the black one because it's easier to remember. And then I have this yellow Lamy Safari, which has my Diatramentis document ink in grey. I think it's Urban Grey. Then I also have my handy Uni Posca pen, which I just use for highlights at the end of a sketch, and it's very, very handy. I also have my Muji pencil, which is just the Muji mechanical pencil. It's literally the best pencil that I found. And then I also just have the 0.52B leads in there. I just find that easier because you don't have to sharpen it as you go. And then for brushes, I've got my Escoda Ultimo Sintetico in size 14. That's for my big washes. I also have 2 travel brushes, which you can close like this. This is the Dagger brush. I'll put all the links to everything that I'm talking about down below. And this is just a round brush, and it's the same Rosemary & Co travel brush, and I just love these. They're really great quality. Why is that so hard to say? And finally, the Silver Black Velvet in size 10, which is one of my most used watercolour brushes of all time. If I could just have one watercolour brush, it would be this one. Then I just have an eraser. Pretty standard eraser, I don't even know what brand it is. And then last but not least, I have all my watercolour paints. I actually just had to clean out this palette because it was absolutely disgusting. I didn't realise because I'd just been like topping up the paints and I hadn't been taking out these little pans. But I opened it up and there was like mud and dirt and dust in there, and I was like, this is absolutely disgusting. It looked like it had been buried. It still looks a bit rusty and dirty, but it's cleaner than it was. I'll just put on the screen what colours I'm taking, and you can just stop to pause the video if you want to make note of what those colours are. And then last but not least, I have this little Faber-Castell water pot. I've spoken about this in the previous videos. This is just super handy, and it just folds down like this, so I can take that and that fits easily in here with everything. One other thing that I'm going to be taking, but they haven't arrived yet, so the jury is out on whether I actually like them, but I'm quite excited, is I've ordered a few watercolour pencils. I've ordered the Caran d'Ache Museum watercolour pencils. I've never really used them before, but I figured to go with the theme of quick and easy, I figured watercolour pencils will be quite good for that, because you just scribble a bit and add a bit of water and you're done. And then to make things even quicker, I'm going to be taking a water brush. This is just the Pentel Aqua brush or something, I can't remember. It's really dirty, so I need to clean it before I go, but I figured watercolour pencils and this brush will make things a lot faster. Let me know in the comments if you have used watercolour pencils before and like them, because I'm very interested to try out this slightly new medium, but it's kind of adjacent to watercolour, but just a little bit different. I don't know why I've never used them before, but I'm pretty excited to give them a go.